feel good. I knew that I would. So good. So good. I've got you. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino and we're looking at a beer from Half Hours on Earth. This is a barrel fermented version of Bees, which is a bière de mel or a honey beer. I don't know if you would actually consider this more like a braggot or not. I don't know his exact breakdown, so I don't know if this... I'm saying I don't know a lot, but I don't know a lot. I don't know if this is more a braggot, like a mead with hops and some malt in it. I don't know if that's more what it is, or if it's a... if it's just a beer with honey added. But it's barrel aged, it's 7% alcohol, and it's from Half Hours on Earth, which has quickly become one of my favorite breweries in Ontario. My wife really enjoyed the drive to Seaforth, Ontario when we first went there. And this is bottled on the 14th of November. So it's just over a month old. Just over a month old. Bang! That's bright white head. I expected to get a little bit more head than that. There is a bunch of carbonation moving in there. Kind of just a slightly darker shade of gold than your average macro lager. I would say honey colored, but it doesn't really have that hue to it. It's almost there, but not quite. Not even Cisco honey. It's still too light for that. Like I said, it to me is coming off as just a little bit darker hue than your average golden North American adjunct lager. Scent. Now, I don't know what kind of barrels he used for this one. I know he had a whole bunch of white wine barrels come in that he put the Yala Yalas in. But this almost has a... I don't know enough about wine to exactly say, but it just kind of comes off with like a dry funkiness, almost like what comes off with white wine barrels. Usually when I get something with a red wine barrel, there's a little bit more fruitiness to it. Where this is more just funkiness. It reminds me of a funky oaky version of my buddy Randy's mead. He made a pure honey mead, nothing else, just honey. Back sweetened it with honey after the fermentation process, and it just had this beautiful sweet yet somewhat tart scent to it. And this has that, but with a little bit of dryness, a little bit of funk, and a little bit of oakiness. Yeah, I really like the smell of that. I really do. Cheers, boys and squirrels. Let's try it. Do-do-do-do. Whew. I did not expect that. That is sour. I don't remember if I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't think the original Bees was sour, but this, very much so. The second it hits the tip of your tongue, there's a slight bit of sweetness. Just a malty somewhat sweetness. And then as it passes your tongue, it becomes full-on sour, like you, not lemon sour, not grapefruit sour, almost like you sucked a lime. Just really, really sour. What's that gumball? That really sour little gumball. It's green, and it just has a very pungent, almost like that lime taste, not lemon taste, where lemon has that. I find lemon and grapefruit, though they are sour, have a little bit more of a citrusy taste, where lime is just a very sour taste. What's that gumball? Oh man, it's not really a gumball. It's a candy of some type, but it's a little tiny green one, and it just has that just pure on sour taste, not citrus sour, which has that little bit of sweetness to it, just pure on sour. That's what it reminds me of. And then a breadiness as well as an oakiness. Slight. It tastes like a tongue depressor was put on your tongue, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that side of the tongue dryness that a tongue depressor would do. A lot of times when I bring up barrels and oakiness, it's you took the tongue depressor and held it on your tongue, and that drying sensation you get in your mouth. This isn't that drying sensation. This is just it. It's just there. It's just, hey, how are ya? Just something like that. Wow. What a hole. Yeah, that slight touch of sweetness, pure on mouth puckering sourness, a little bit of oakiness, a little bit of breadiness, and that's about it. This is lost. I can't really say it's lost anything. It doesn't have much flavor though. I mean, it's almost a one-trick pony, and that one trick is just pure on sour, and that's okay. I mean, I like my sours. It just usually Half Hours on Earth does a sour a lot better, shall I say, with a lot more complexity and a lot more to it than just sour. This does have more to it than just sour, but not by much. I mean, you get that oakiness, you get that breadiness. Excuse me. And you get that very slight touch of malty sweetness. But it's completely overpowered by, I shouldn't say it's completely overpowered. The whole middle of the beer is completely overpowered by the sour. The oakiness is all that's there on the finish. I mean, the sour is gone pretty quickly, and you just get that oaky breadiness. All in all, this is a nice little beer. It's just not as spectacular as other beers that have come from Half Hours on Earth have been. I do really enjoy the sourness on it. I do really enjoy the tartness on it. It's just, again, not exactly what I personally would have expected out of this beer. That being said, medium mouth body, medium carbonation, no alcohol astringency or warming for a 7% alcohol beer. This could be a very dangerous beer, but I don't see you drinking more than one of them. And that's just the way it is. Out of 10 on this, 7.75 easy. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Barrel Fermented Bees. Bye-bye. Should I try and chug it? Should I? Okay, for you guys. I don't know how chugging a real sour beer is going to go, but we'll try. Cheers. Bye.